What's up guys, Teddy Striker here, and in this video, it's gonna be a fight simulation that I recorded a while back. It must have been around December because that's when we heard that Paulo Costa pulled out, or he didn't sign the contract for this fight. Even though the UFC announced it, usually they announce it when the contract is signed and everything, but apparently he didn't because Paulo Costa was just making $70,000 to win and $70,000 just to show up to fight. So if he lost, which I thought he would have lost, he would have only came out with $70,000, unless they got fight of the night, which would have given him an extra $50K. But that's never a guarantee. But nonetheless, this was a great fight. It's actually scheduled twice. The first one was in April 2021 on the first UFC on ABC card. But Costa pulled out because, again, he wanted more money. And this was right after fighting for the title against Adesanya. And he was making like $300K for that fight. And obviously that's a title fight, so you're not going to be making the same amount of money for that than just a regular contenders fight. But either way, Costa didn't want to take this chance and fight Whittaker. He doesn't seem like he wants to stay with the UFC, to be honest. He doesn't seem like the same guy when he was undefeated, 13-0, that really wanted to be the champion and just be that destroyer. And he wasn't complaining about money before, but now maybe he's kind of realized maybe he might not be the champion, and he wants as much money as possible. And also a lot of these guys nowadays are asking for more money. And part of that is maybe because of these YouTube boxers like KSI, Jake Paul, and all those guys. So they're making a lot of money, and what they think is just they made that much money because of their fan base, and they run the events and they bring numbers. But in the UFC, it's completely different. So a lot of these guys want to try out boxing, Francis Ngannou once he tried it out, Luke Rockhold once he tried it out, and Costa has talked about it too. And they can do whatever they want, but honestly, I just wanted to see Costa stay in the UFC because I feel like he's probably gonna fight someone like Sean Strickland next, and Sean Strickland, I'm pretty sure he should be able to beat him because Sean Strickland's main weapon is a jab. And, Costa doesn't deal too well with jabs. If you look at his fight versus, for one, Adesanya was just piecing him up with a jab. The fight versus Uriah Hall, Costa didn't, it's he just couldn't, that jab had a magnet to his head or something. Because he even got dropped by a Uriah Hall jab at one point. And, as well as, Costa can kick his legs, but Sean Strickland has showed that his defense for leg kicks has improved, and he's tough to finish unless you've got really, really Alex Pereira levels of power. And I do believe that Jared Cannonier does hit harder, and he's just overall better than Paulo Costa. And Cannonier wasn't able to hurt Strickland that much, and I personally don't see Costa doing that, especially when he lost to Marvin Vettori. That really, I was shocked. I really thought Costa was going to blow him out of the water. It was a better striker, at least. But now Vettori was able to just beat him up and out-hustle him. Costa has his kicks at a few moments, but outside of that, nothing too much. But, yeah, this is just an unfortunate situation, though. Maybe someday, with all these guys leaving, it's actually gonna matter, and they're gonna be the ones that started the revolution. Maybe someday the UFC just ups the contracts and adds the fighter insurance, the sponsors back, things like that, so they can get more money. And it's they don't have to worry about their insurance. But in my opinion, it's not gonna happen. Maybe not in the next 5 years, or until Dana White just finally retires and stops being the UFC president. But yeah, but outside of that, I think that Costa is probably. I think he's probably gonna fight in Bellator too. PFL. Because of their $1 million Grand Prix, and Costa is still like UFC level fighter. He's not the best UFC fighter, but he's like UFC fighters are much better than other organization fighters. That's why some like former UFC fighters are like champions in PFL. They win in Grand Prix, stuff like that, or in Bellator like that's that dude's name, Gregor Musasi. I'm not sure what his first name is, but his name was Musasi something. But he was a champion in there. Roy McDonald, Like, yeah. So even this dude, Rob Wilkinson, I got knocked out by Israel Adesanya in his UFC debut. He made $1 million in that, and he's a champion over there. So I could see Costa doing that. I don't know why he would go into boxing. I don't think he would do that well in there, unless obviously he gets some more secret juice, just like juices up really much. His obviously in boxing, like the drug testing isn't as strict as in MMA, mainly UFC. But hopefully like this fight gets rebooked down the line, but I don't think it will. But either way, this is what might have happened if they fought. Hopefully you guys like and enjoy this video. And make sure to subscribe as well.